W2S, otherwise known as Harry, is easily one of the funniest members of the Sidemen. His genuine personality and consistent dark humor throughout the years has made him a beloved entertainer on YouTube, and he all did it without changing himself for the rising popularity of cancel culture. However, even though Twitter tried to cancel him once over tweets from 2014, we haven't really seen him getting attacked often, and it's due to his lack of caring. Harry knows that you can't get cancelled if you don't give attention to it, but he recently almost got in trouble again, and it was due to promoting a controversial brand in one of his videos that got accused of lying and scamming their customers. Of course, I'm talking about established titles, and to find out why Harry still worked with them and got fans angry, we need to start with a bit of backstory. Rotushaw is a YouTuber with over 16 million subscribers on his main channel and almost 4 million subscribers on his second channel, which makes him one of the biggest YouTubers in the United Kingdom. But his reach doesn't just end there, because he is also one of the 7 members of the popular Sidemen group and can regularly be seen in their videos over multiple channels. Harry was always mainly a FIFA and football YouTuber, and picked his name Rotushaw by combining the names of players Nicky Rowe and Tom Bradshaw, after which he dropped out of school at the age of 17 to do YouTube as his full-time job. Nowadays, he is the second most subscribed Sidemen member after KSI, but hasn't uploaded on his main channel since February of 2020, resulting in him only focusing on Sidemen content, collaborations, and the occasional video on his second channel W2S+. His consistency on this account is also lacking, with there sometimes being weeks or months between videos. But there is always one thing that is consistent in these uploads, and that is sponsorship deals.
But first, take a look at my Sony Bravia A9 5K.
And you know what else I bought? NordVPN brand deal.
But first, I simply have to tell you about AFK Arena,
Which is why this video is sponsored by NordVPN.
Every single video of Harry has contained a sponsorship segment since July 6th in 2021, which means that 17 videos over the span of 17 months have all included these deals. And it's clear that he solely makes videos on this channel for the purpose of promotion and extra cash. Now don't get me wrong, there's nothing bad about this, as even Harry himself has said that he likes to reserve absolute bangers for the main channel and that he makes more laid-back content on the second channel. And the viewers don't even mind it either, as the whole situation has become sort of a meme, with even W2S acknowledging it.
I have not got a brand deal this video, so let's get on with it. But before that, have you heard about the so rare Global Cup 2022?
However, even though the majority of these brands were legitimate and well-known globally, he eventually took a big risk by taking on a partnership with established titles 2 weeks ago. And I will explain to you why right now. Established Titles is a company that sponsors a lot of big and respectable creators, giving the first impression that they are reputable, and it's mainly a fun gift that includes 1 square foot of dedicated land on private estate in Scotland, and a printable certificate that you became either a lord or lady of that land. However, on the 21st of November, a video from Vilskibum got posted about Established Titles being a scam, in which he said that the lord and lady titles aren't legally recognized by any official organization as they sell souvenir plots, and that customers were being misled by their advertising. Then, a few days later, a smaller YouTuber named Scott Shafer decided to step in as well, and exposed them even further in a detailed 15-minute long video. His main points and issues with the company were that the Lord and Lady titles were fake and that the customers didn't actually own any land, that they have dishonest business practices, that the company is connected to other shady businesses that have also been exposed and even experienced lawsuits, and that it's overall just a scam. This video went completely viral, as it's now sitting at over 2.6 million views, and it resulted in a lot of backlash for Established Titles and YouTubers sharing their stories about the company in the comment section. Now, the community was divided on how much of the scam could be blamed on the creators, as responsibility, research and common sense were often brought to the replies of YouTubers apologizing or explaining themselves. But the majority was satisfied with their favorite creator either making a statement, apologizing, refunding people, or cutting ties with the company. And while some defended themselves and even ran propaganda for Established Titles, they would quickly get teared down by the overwhelming negative feedback by critics. Now, you can probably guess that Established Titles wasn't happy with this, and they sent out an emergency letter to all their sponsored creators within 24 hours of Scott Shafer's original video. A YouTuber named Internet Anarchist broke this letter down and found out that they tried to deflect all accountability by calling it a targeted, completely unfounded attack based on bogus claims, and that Scott only uploaded this attack to gain viewership. Also, they stated that they had been transparent about it being a fun gift, gift, that they planted over 2 million trees and that this attempt to cancel them would make those efforts harder, and try to make their creators feel bad as the investor of established titles had made a multi-million-dollar loss sponsoring all their videos. Finally, they ended the document by saying that nothing new had been brought to light and that they had always been clear about their certificates, also offering customers full refunds and creators the right to cancel any existing bookings or future contracts, but still called for support to stand with them against the mob. Well, most YouTubers took them up on their offer of cancellation, while others tried to get out of already signed contracts. But there was one massive content creator that would go against the grain, as Road to Shaw uploaded a FIFA pack opening video 2 days after this letter went live. And the sponsor? Established Titles.
But before we get started, you can now call me Lord Harry Christopher George Lewis.
Yes, in the middle of the complete outburst surrounding Established Titles, Harry decided to continue his partnership. And while it seemed to go unnoticed at first, fans would quickly catch on to what he was actually promoting. They were disappointed with him advertising it, claiming that he didn't really care about his audience and that he was just here to make money, and tried to get Harry's attention so he could end the deal with them. But Harry gave no response. And while some respected his honesty about only doing it for the money, he still got called out for being willing to scam his fans, and that a lot of hate was going to come his way. So was this really the case? Was this finally going to be the time where Harry would get cancelled out of the internet? Well, no, since the comments got drowned out by the overwhelming positivity of him returning, even by YouTube themselves. And many also claimed that Harry probably didn't even know about the drama and it being a scam. Now after this, Scott Shafer responded to Established Titles and exposed them for still advertising deceptively about legally and officially becoming a lord or lady on Facebook, showed that even the founder agreed that their marketing plan had to be rewritten, and that they covered their tracks and changed information on the website, which resulted in them now being under investigation by the Advertising Standards Authority in the UK and them apparently pulling all outstanding sponsorships from YouTube. They ultimately told creators to redo their integrations if they used the word legally or officially after Scott Shafer's response. And Harry's ad was luckily not misleading at all, but their reputation has been damaged forever, and we will have to see how the situation eventually unfolds. Now it has been said that Harry is the only person that could get away with doing a controversial sponsorship. And even though this is true, that he obviously did this for the money and that the timing was horrendous, I don't think that he scammed anyone. Yes, he could have obviously done his research on the company, let his management dig deeper, or simply reject the integration after getting the option of cancellation. But Harry and his fans both know that the videos on his second channel are to support him financially. And with an updated and factually correct ad read, he didn't necessarily promote the product in a bad way. Now okay, I do get that standing behind a company with deceptive marketing is bad, and that he could have just taken on another opportunity. But the situation was and still is ongoing with many things remaining unclear, and an investigation being launched. Even though I found the timing and Harry's lack of care hilarious, I do think that he made the wrong decision. But W2S took a risk, and it luckily worked out for him, as he lives yet another day without getting cancelled, and might have secured the final bag from a company on its last legs.